Morning, YouTube. Steampunk Steve here, and coming here from the Steampunk. And it's been a while since I did a tour. I've changed a few things, so I thought I'd give you a little upgrade. Still working on the steampunkstevex.tv website. That's going to be improved considerably in the next few weeks. But let's start up here on the roof. Since my last tour, I have changed a few things. I've got a new hot water heater that's working out really well. Water comes in on that side, comes around on this side on a nice warm day. I mean, today it's 60 degrees and this feels warm to me. I've also changed the way the two panels are. I can now tip them in this direction. That's more useful in the winter time when the sun's a little low and I need to have a little bit more input from the solar. So let's go on inside, and I will. All right, I'm going to start up here in the driver's area. I was able to get the fans in, so now I can, on hot days, I can get a little wind blowing on me if the window's not enough, but also blows warm air around on the windshield for a defrost. I moved. I used to have my GPS down here. I've now permanently mounted it up here, and over here I added a backup camera and the CB. Haven't used the CB much. Just a little bit around Boston to figure out what's going on with an accident. Above here, I've got three lights set, warning lights. This one tells me I'm plugged in. This one if the propane's on. This one if the water's on. So when I sit down to drive, if any of these things are lit, I know there's something I need to fix. So let's go. All right, so back here, of course, I do have my couch, and of that there's a TV. It's got a DVD player in it if I want to use that. A lot of times I just use the computer. My heat source is this big propane heater. This morning it was 39 degrees, and I fired this up within about 10 minutes. The whole bus was up in the 70s. So let's see. Breakfast table. My cleaning area. I did change out the charge controller back last summer, or last spring actually. The no-name one I had burned out. I bought this Midnight Sun one. It's been working great. You'll notice a lot of changes up here from the last tour. This amp meter tells me by flipping the switch to the two different panels, I can make sure that they are both working correctly. I have put in the battery monitor, which tells me I'm getting 1.2 amps. Batteries are at 99. Of course, I'm plugged in, and that means the battery charger is running down here. These switches still the same. This one turns on a light over the table, water, propane. I had, for the lights around the side, I had the remote. I've sort of steampunked it up a little bit by adding these knife switches so I can play with the colors, do whatever I want, or have them all off. So I think it gives a nice little feel to it. I've got some other things I want to do in this control area, and we'll get to those as I go along. Let's see, back here I have the refrigerator. It's just this tiny little refrigerator. Picked up at Camping World. Works great for me. I shop every few days, and there's just me. So all my camera gear and assorted knickknacks and doodads are down in here. USB port, of course, so I can charge the camera and other things. Another thing up here for my still cameras. The closet, my pull-out pantry, which has all the spices of which I probably use 3 or 4. A lot of times though, what I do is back here behind the sink, I've got the drop down and I've got a couple different kinds of oregano going back there, and I just do fresh. So garbage is right here, pull out another pantry down here. Back here in the sleeping area, I'm still using this little map light, little 12 volt LED map light. That's working out great for reading. And of course I do have the drawers underneath for storage, as well as compartments above for whatever. One thing I did find out back here, seemed a little dark, so I put in these 2 lights here and one other back here in the bathroom area. They are LED pathway lights, and any low voltage LED light will just run right off of the 12 volt. So let's see. Of course, there's the cat pan and the composting toilet and my waterless urinal. That's been working out rather well. I had a little bit of a problem with crystallization in it, so I adapted it to make it so I could clean it out a little bit better. All right, so with the shower head above, I replumbed how the water went. This goes up, fills it up, so I can turn this on. Well, let me turn it on in here. Okay, now the pump's on. I can turn it on, it'll pressurize up above, and I put in this low, very small rain head, shower head. But if I turn that on, well, that's pressurized. I get a nice shower out of that. And of course, I still have the spray nozzle. So back here, wheelchair lift. I still, it's basically storage. I do have a bike now that you would think I would use more than I do. But anyway, that's just a real quick tour. I thought I'd update you on what's going on. This is mid-October 2017, and I am going to be offline for a little bit longer. I got a few things going on, medical issues I got to deal with, and nothing you should worry about. But I will be back in a few weeks, I hope, with more adventures on the road. I definitely want to get out of Western New York before snowfall. So I think that's about it, and see you on the road, YouTube.